So you eventually graduate,
Yeah.
and do you ever work a regular job, or do you just go straight to music?
Hell no, I worked a regular job for sure. My first job was at KFC. I was working at KFC because why the fuck? Somebody had a KFC plug. Like, I don't know who had the KFC plug, but somebody had a KFC plug. And his manager, her name Sang, shout out Sang, cause from the start, like, she hired me and all my niggas. Like, I know for a fact she ain't really believe in us, but she gave young niggas a chance. Like, she ain't had to do that shit. Like, she hired me, my man Juski. She hired my sister, Avion. Who else she hired? Cuddy, she hired, I don't even remember who else she hired, but any nigga I was fucking with, like, around that age, like, that was around that age limit, like, fresh out of high school shit, they was hired, like, you feel me? She done there hired all my partners, like, she was with it. Niggas was quitting hella shit, like, I'd be sitting in the window and drive through on my phone and shit. She was never really tripping on nothing, like, you feel me? She always let me do me, like, when it came down to it, like, you feel me, it get busy, like, you feel me? She know I do my thug thizzle, but, like, I was bullshitting for sure, but, like, she was fucking with a nigga, like.
Did you quit, or did
Hell yeah.
You quit?
Hell yeah.
Is that when you started doing music, or?
What the nigga? I started going to the studio when I was like 17. I was just fucking around though. I was never serious, but one day I got in the studio. I found this beat on YouTube. It was like a YG type beat, like how we used to look up our beats on YouTube. It was all type beats and shit, like. So nigga, I look up this YG type beat. That motherfucker was slapping, and I just came on tripping. I ain't gonna lie, like. Well, to me, I felt like, I ain't gonna lie, to me, I thought that bitch was the raw shit out. And then when I put that shit out, like, motherfuckers, like, you feel me, from my city, they coming up to me, they like, you really got this shit, like, keep going, like, man, I'm rooting for you, you going crazy, like, even, it was niggas, like, it wasn't even like all my partners that was coming up to me saying this shit, like, it was niggas I knew that wasn't my partners, that, you feel me, that was taking the time out their day to let me know, like, Cuddy, you got this shit, like, keep doing this shit. So that shit was motivating me. I'm like, damn, like, he ain't never said nothing to me. This nigga took time out his day, you feel me, tell me I got this shit, like, and I ain't dropped no vid or nothing, like, motherfuckers was fucking with that shit.
That was without any effort or anything?
That was without any effort, like, I was just playing with that shit. Like, I just made a YouTube channel up in Brody Garage up on some cat shit. Like, fuck it, we just gonna drop it on this. Like, we ain't even know how to drop on YouTube. We looking on YouTube and shit, woo, 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 like, you feel me? But yeah, that shit motivated a nigga for sure. After I dropped that song, I ain't gonna lie, I probably worked like one more day. And then one day I had to work, I was late. Like, I had to be at work at like 2 o'clock. I'm in the bed at my house at 2 o'clock. That was my cue. That was my calling. I texted my manager. I was like, I ain't gonna make it today. She's like, oh, it's all good. Can you cover up for Woo 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 tomorrow? I was like, nah. I mean, like, I'm done. Like, I quit. Like, I ain't even want to do her like that, cause you feel me. She was cool as fuck, but she's like, oh, it's all. She wasn't tripping. She's like, oh, it's all good. Woo Woo Woo, wish you the best. My dumb ass thought I ain't had no plan for her all the way. That shit. Yeah. Like, I ain't quit cause I was on no rap shit. I just quit cause I was tired of that fucking greasy ass chicken shit. Like, you feel me? That shit wasn't cool. I was coming home smelling like chickens and shit every night. I had to, what the fuck I do? I started fucking with them what's the name jobs. Like, I stopped working for a minute. For like a couple months, like, you feel me? Trying to get my hustle on, like, you feel me? Like, shit be always backfiring. Like, as soon as a nigga gets hustle on, like, if something little happened, like something happened to a nigga car or something, like, damn, now I gotta spend $1,000 on, I'm spending $1,000 on a bucket, like, I'm spending $1,000 on a car that got 200,000 plus miles, like, you feel me, to get it fixed, like, just to maneuver, like, that shit was hurting me back in the day, like, it was just hustling. I wasn't up like that back in the day, like, you feel me, I was just doing what I could do, like, you feel me, getting in where I could fit in type shit. I did them warehouse jobs. I had like 3 warehouse jobs, temp agencies. You heard of that shit?
Yep.
Yeah, I did them tip agencies. I stopped fucking with them because, yeah, I'm in there lifting boxes, assembly lines, cutting that shit. I think that's the reason my back fucked up to this day. Like, if you ever pay attention, like, it'd be hard. I can't sit up straight. And if I sit up straight, I look weird. Like, it look like I'm trying to, like a girl trying to put her titties out or something when I try to sit up straight. Like, I don't got scoliosis, but my back fucked up. Like, I think it's because of that assembly line shit. It's because of that. ends, cause I ain't gonna lie, I was from sleeping every day in class. I ain't gonna lie, like when they start coming out with them desks with the pole attached to the seat, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I've seen those now.
Cuddy, when we was in the V, they had the motherfucking they had the desk with a bar attached to the seat. Ain't used to be like that in middle school, but like I don't know, they got fed up or something. Nigga, you couldn't scoot back no nothing. So I'm falling asleep every day. I'm in a chair like this, and that shit, I felt that shit in my back every time I woke up. But that was the only comfortable way for me to sleep back in the day. So that shit fucked the nigga back up over time too.
Okay, so you graduate from high school, you have some jobs going on. You know, you're doing music. Now, I've also heard that, you know, Vallejo's a pretty violent city, especially for being such a small city. And then they have like a really small amount of cops there.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that? Is that true or?
Yeah. It was 1 year we ain't had nothing but like 5 to 7 cops. Like murder rate was going crazy that year. Like it was like that for like a couple years though. It wasn't just 1 year. It was like that. I think it was like that for a couple years. Like, and we starting to get a little more police now, but I ain't gonna lie, like the youth, like the generation, it get crazier and crazier. When we was young growing up, like we was turning up the city, like OGs, like we had OGs ready to get on us, like you feel me? Cause we wasn't going for a lot of shit, and like they wasn't used to seeing that type of shit. Like, cause I ain't never seen no young niggas like come at they elders like that. Like you feel me? We was breeding, we not even knowing, like we breeding younger demons. Like all the young niggas that you feel me, that's around us, you feel me? All we doing is just breeding them. So now when they getting a little older, like we older now, like you feel me? These young niggas, like they crazier than what we was back in the day, like you feel me? We breeding real pit bulls. Like when we was young, like a lot of motherfuckers used to just come, you feel me, come pull up on us and see what we was doing, like you feel me? See how we was doing shit, how we was rocking, you feel me? The niggas go back to their little spots, they hoods or whatever, you feel me? Apply it to, you feel me? Apply to their lifestyle, you feel me, how they was living, you feel me? We was putting niggas on game for real. But I ain't gonna lie, the generation, like now it's getting crazier and crazier, like. And then this young niggas looking up to them niggas, and they getting crazier, like it's niggas out there, 12 years old, like ready to catch a body, like it's just getting younger and younger.
Man, yeah, that's what I was reading about that, man.
Yeah, man.
I was kind of tripping out, like, wow. I mean, cause, you know, even though it's a smaller city, it's still still got enough people.
Oh yeah, it's active. And it's a lot of niggas out there that you feel me, like a lot of niggas out there got a lot to prove. Like it's a lot of motherfuckers out there that ain't got nothing going for themselves. So you feel me, they gonna have something to prove. Like niggas wanna be like top dogs. Like you ain't finna be like no big dog, like on some CEO rich nigga shit. Like motherfucker wanna be big demon mode. Like you feel me, he wanna be that. He wanna be nigga wanna be DaBoii. You feel me?
A lot more dudes like that now coming up.